The PBA Shark Championship is brought to you by Track, evolutionary, revolutionary. By Columbia, Columbia bowls the world over. By Atonic, visit www.atonic.com/bowl. And by Barbazol, enjoy the rush, America. New Barbazol Pacific Rush Shaving Cream. So semi number 2 on the men's bracket is in the books. Jack Jurek taking down Wes Malott 255 to 213. Up now, the PBA Women's Series presented by Bowl.com. And it's our title match, Kelly Kulick versus Carolyn Dorin Ballard. Kulick has already won here at the World Series of Bowling, taking the opening event. That was the Women's World Championship, where she beat Shannon Pluhowski, and that was a big feat considering that Pluhowski went on to capture 2 World Series titles of her own after that, beating Liz Johnson and Carolyn Dorin Ballard. CDB back to try her luck again. Kelly Kulick will begin.
And 4-8-10.
2-4-8-10 on a very slick, oily shark pattern. Easy to do, especially when you're playing as deep as she's playing right out of the get-go. All you got to do is get it just a little bit. Look at all the oil on her bowling ball right there. Is that ridiculous?
I mean, look at, there's another huge swath of it. Look at that. It's an oil slick. Here's Carolyn Dorin Ballard, 2 career PBA Women's Series titles, trying to win one for the 3rd consecutive year.
And Rob, let me just say this. This oil pattern is right up her alley because she can go straight and she doesn't have to worry about her ball plaquing when it gets to the puck. As you look at the closeness and the averages, Kelly Kulick actually a bit better in match play, but Carolyn Dorin Ballard likes to go straight and she loves the heavy oil.
Want to remind you, the men's title match still to come. Michael Fagan taking on Jack Jurek. Well, 2 straight approaches and 2 strikes.
And because of the length of the oil pattern, 43 feet, you can see just how subtle the back end reaction is. Watch this. Even though there's a lot of oil, you can see that the players still have to play the middle part of the lane. That's because there's 100 units of oil outside of second arrow on both sides.
It's like the Exxon Valdez is out wide. Kelly gets her first strike after an open frame first, and one of the best matches of the entire World Series of Bowling occurred in the Shark semifinals between Kulick and Liz Johnson. It was a 7-game back-and-forth seesaw affair, and here's Kelly talking about it.
10th frame, she needed 9 on her first ball, and she could have missed it, and she would have won. So if she left 7, something makeable, she still could have had a chance to beat me. But when she went through the nose, I looked at her score, and I'm like, she has to make this. Obviously, when she didn't, I literally had, the best way to describe it is the deer in the headlight look. Like, oh my God, I just won this match.
No deer in the headlights look for Kelly right now. She is all business today.
And on this shark oil pattern, the straighter you throw it, the more difficult this pattern becomes because of the deep inside angle that you have to play. Look at how straight Carolyn Dorin Ballard is playing this oil pattern because of her rev rate. Kelly Kulick has a much higher rev rate. She can move farther to the left and now open up the lane and create more angle to the pocket.
We saw Carolyn in the spring, Randy, at the Women's Series Showdown. That event featured the Petraglia scoring system. 20 straight strikes she strung together during that outing. One of the more remarkable bowling things I've witnessed in my career. So she stays clean through 3.
Roll it.
Got around that one just a little bit early so the ball never bit. To get the bowling ball to adhere to the lane surface when they're this slick, you got to keep your hand underneath it and roll it. She gets around the side of that one just a pinch, and that causes the ball to scoot all the way to the back of the pin deck, only leaving the 2 pin.
Skinny jeans. Take it down. CDB with an early lead through 3.5. The conclusion when we return.